Welcome to the Mobile Magazine Live inaugural Maiden Voyage podcast. 2 years in the making, lots of threats to do this, and finally we are live today with a very special guest. I'm John Schmidt. I'm not the special guest. I'm John Schmidt, the founder and CEO of Mobile Next Level, an A to Z mobile service and pickup and delivery support provider. We have a magazine called Mobile Magazine, and what we're doing with our podcast is making the magazine live. We're bringing it to life by bringing in the guests that were featured in our magazine, as well as some of the other fun features that we do. We're going to cover mobile service topics and pickup and delivery hot topics. We're going to show some love to our sponsors and, of course, engage in some shenanigans. So without further ado, let's get this party started. Our guest today is Mark Mickens, the Director of Retail Strategy for ES3. And to tell you a little bit about Mark, he is a former dealer, general manager, fixed ops director. He's a mobile service pioneer and a guru. He's a father, a grandfather, a husband, a football coach, a philanthropist, a racehorse owner and trainer, and he sits on 347 boards. I'm already exhausted talking about him. He's also a strategic partner of ours, an advocate, and I'm proud to call him my friend and my brother. Welcome, everyone, to Mark Mickens from ES3.
Yes, sir. Woo.
All right. How you doing today, man?
It's going good. I'm on 368 boards. You missed a couple.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I did forget one footnote. He's the second most knowledgeable mobile service guy on the planet. All right.
Yes, because we know who the first is.
Well, So, in the interest of context, just so everybody knows, and this you see by the cover here, this is literally the cover of the magazine. It says "Howdy Partner." We're very fortunate to have partnered with ES3. I've got a long relationship with them and Mark through a lot of work we do. Basically, we cover their training, a lot of their mobile service training. And but Mark, why don't you tell these guys a little bit about ES3 and a little bit about the relationship?
Yeah, great, John. It'd be my pleasure, and it's a relationship, obviously, that we honor greatly. Started out as a business relationship, and as clearly evolved into the fact that you and I are pretty inseparable friends. So I appreciate being on the show as your first guest. It's an honor, and I know that we've done a lot of these things together. So I get humbled by some of the things that people say about me when it comes to mobile service and my position in the space. But we've been at it for a long time, for a lot of different reasons. Not maybe the popular reasons that are out there now, but more so trying to survive. So So I mean, just great stuff we've done together. So ES3 is we're based in Michigan, and our company's been in business 23 years now.
Mark, did you notice I put your cheat sheet up there just in case?
I saw that. We've been in business about 23 years. I've been with ES3 4 years. Came on 4 years ago after I retired out of retail, because 40 years is enough of doing anything. And it was a really good time for me to see what else was out there and, maybe reinvigorate myself and find new things to do. And, I found ES3, they found me, we found each other, got to know John, got to know you on a program that we ran for Mercedes-Benz. And we just started to collaborate more and more. And ES3 is a really quality company. I think that I can be doing a lot of things right now in the industry for a lot of different people. I really am honored truly to work for ES3 and Jason Baranowski and Angie Aprivas. They're great people. The reason why I love ES3 so much is because I feel like we do everything right by our clients and equally so the people that work for us. So almost every project that we do, I think we do very well because it starts out that way, and everybody's intention on the team is to really help whatever client it is that we're working with. And we just have some fantastic people that work for the company, and we have a fantastic culture, more importantly. So, very honored to be part of ES3, and also very honored that we have partnered with you on
Thank you.
in the mobile service space, and we've done a lot of great things together already, and we're looking to do a lot more great things going down the road. So.
Thank you. Thank you. You made a comment that, you're lucky to be with ES3. They're such a great company. They're lucky to have you as well. Um, Not too many people I know can match your passion for the business. And you bring up a good point. When we've been in the grind for 30, 40 years in retail, it's nice to find that last chapter. I call it the last chapter. Maybe that sounds morbid, but we're about the same age. And you want to do something that's really gratifying on the way out, where you've got a lot of creativity. I mean, you put so much of your heart and soul into the business, and it shows in the product. And I want to also take off on your comment about doing things the right way. In the 4 years I've been working with ES3 as a subcontractor, they do everything with full integrity and to really give the client, the dealer client, the OEM, the very best product, and they don't cut corners. So I'm proud of to be affiliated with the team as well.
Right. And one of the things that I am passionate about really is we have I'm very excited now to get on out in the field a lot now, more than I was, doing a lot more mentoring on the Genesis program I'm working on. I have a really young team of folks that I work with. It's really reinvigorated me at a creativity, more creativity, more input, a lot more thinking. They're teaching me stuff that I think is great. Never thought I'd be a AI guy that
Yeah.
the things that we're doing now. It's
Yeah.
pretty cutting edge stuff, and we're really excited about it. But I'm equally as proud of and excited to work with the young staff that we have at ES3. Um, you know, our ownership, JB and Angie, they're not opposed to working with young people and us mentoring them into the business too. So that's really where I'm finding my joy right now, is to working with the young team that I'm working with.
Well, that just speaks to your coaching. I mean, you're a natural coach, you're a natural leader, and I think that this is an extension of that, certainly. So let's talk today, again, just to recap the partnership without going on and on about it. We worked together on a full mobile service support solution for OEMs and dealer groups. Mark, of course, and ES3, they handle the training. They use me for some of those. They also have other trainers. But for mobile service, Next Level handles the van upfitting and the scheduling software. ES3 handles the training. We can tackle an account of any size together. So that's kind of putting a bookend on that part of it and then moving on. Let's talk about today's topic, and that is sustainment. So there's a lot of rah-rah, and Mark, you've been around this as well. There's a lot of rah-rah and a ticker tape parade when a dealer launches a mobile service, and everyone's all excited and the confetti is falling, and there's a lot of promises made about excitement. And then when that ends, and then the OEM training ends as well, uh, there seems to be a big challenge with dealers sustaining success, growing, and that's why we made the topic of this magazine, mobile sustainability. What are your thoughts about the challenges? What are the challenges and pain points and roadblocks to sustainability for mobile that you see?
Well, I mean, I think that the pain points are always obvious things like any other part of the business that we run in in the dealership, right? There's challenges with everything inside of a shop. Never mind, now we're going out and we're going to be in the environment and trying to do most of the same things that we would do inside of our shop. So all the challenges that come along with it, you can name them off. Weather, traffic, integrity,
Right.
all the things that come into play. But I think that if you sit down with a team before you launch this, and you really define your why for you and your
Yeah.
team,
Yeah.
and why we're doing this, and why I'm going to set up the right business plan for why I'm doing my why. I think you have a better opportunity to be successful than you would if you're just doing it because a manufacturer told you to do it, or you're feeling pressure because a competitor, two stores down is doing it. Whatever
Right.
your why is has to
Yeah.
be clearly defined as a business decision.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm finding that there's a lot of noise in the space right now. As you know, there's a lot of people trying to get in the space, and rightfully so. Right? We have 18,000 dealers plus in the United
Yep.
States.
Yep.
Our last survey that we did, I know you were involved in it. We were
Mhm.
less than 5% of the total dealer network is going to be part of a business that's projected to do, 27 billion by 2030, right? So that's a lot of money out there, right? And it's
Yep.
just not dealers, of course. Anybody that can upfit a van or throw a jack in the back of a pickup truck can really be in mobile service. So I think the biggest thing is let's build a foundational business based on our whys, right? And here's the thing. We cannot forget about the real reason to do this is the customer experience,
Yes.
how we make it good for the customer because they want convenience now, how we can retain more customers, which overall means more business for us, right?
Yep.
And then how can we attract customers that may have defected from us because we're not convenient, right? So
Yes.
all of those things. So if our why is really to give our customer a better experience, and because we give them a better experience that we're going to grow our business and
Right.
retain more customers, then that's a really good reason to do it.
Yes.
And it's also a really good way to sustain it over a period of time. Because if it becomes a profitable customer experience,
Right.
then that's what you're supposed to be doing, right?
Sure.
That's
Sure.
that's every parts and service director, service manager's goal every day is to be profitable and to provide a very good customer experience.
Yes, but let's talk about the why really quick because you hit on a good point. It's if the why is because I want an extension of my shop and I want to hold the same gross profit percentages as I do with my main shop, that's the wrong why, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, because it's all about the collateral benefits, the customer retention, the recapturing of lost customers, and all the other stuff that we talk about all the time. So, a couple things that stick out to me, and I want to see how you feel about this with new launches or programs that are kind of in the sophomore year where they're starting to fail. There's a couple things that I see. Would you say that dealers have a good plan B, a backup plan for personnel?
Not yet.
Okay, that was
Not
the
from,
answer
not,
I was
not
looking for.
not really from what I've seen.
Yeah,
And that's really somewhat on us as us as an industry, right? Like what we're telling the dealer when they launch what's important, right? I just had this conversation at a dealer last week. What's really important is that you get your whole team. I mean, everybody, shop technicians,
yeah,
service advisors,
yeah,
F&I director, sales manager, that you get your whole team together before you turn the key in the van the first time to
yeah.
let everybody know what we're doing and why we're doing it.
Right,
Right.
right.
And so we pique the interest of the entire store for
Yes,
what's in it for each one of those groups, right? What's in it for the main shop? What's in it
yep,
for the sales department, the F&I department? What's in it for the BDC?
yes,
Once we get everybody on board that this is a service that we provide, then
right.
you'll spark internal interest for somebody that maybe I want to be a mobile service technician.
Absolutely.
Or maybe I'm a service advisor. Maybe I want to take on some
Mhm.
mobile ROs on
Right,
the occasion. I mean, the store I was in last week, they decided not to have a mobile coordinator because they have 3 advisors that want to rotate the position,
mhm.
which I thought was really good for that particular store because you talk about longevity, right? Because even if you lost one of those service advisors to attrition, you have 2 others that are doing it every day, right? So there's
Yeah,
all different ways of really making sure that you put a foundation in that's long lasting.
Yeah.
And most of that is explaining why you're doing this, having great communication across your dealership, and to get everybody to buy into it.
Yeah.
Right? To get everybody to buy into it. So really, you're asking me about a plan B. I would like to think that the plan B is that we don't need one. But,
Right.
The plan B is to get everybody in your store energized and rallying around this thing.
Yep.
And you always have some people that are interested internally, maybe wanting to be part of it.
Yeah. And the specific thing too is once we establish the why and we bring everybody in and we get everybody excited about and understanding the bigger vision of it, the thing that I would always try to impress upon the dealers when I'm in there is like, what happens if your technician suddenly quits or you need to terminate them? Who's your go-to person? And
Right.
almost without fail, there's not a backup person. And I'm like,
No.
you can't, we know we can't run our business and build our house on one person who may or may not stay. And so what I try to encourage the dealers to do is let's get that van out in the middle of the shop. Let's open the doors on. Let's put it on the showroom. Let's get everybody crawling all over it and getting excited about it. And then you'll have takers come out of the woodwork. Hey, I'd like to try that, And I
Yeah,
just feel like that's what's missing.
It's a great point. I mean, one of the foundational pieces that we do teach, and I know you and I do this the same way, is that we want to know who the backup technician is, right? Because
yes.
People need vacation, people call out sick, people quit,
Yep.
all those things happen. And
Yes.
that person also has to take rotational turns, right? Yep. So on the day off, if somebody's off a day off, they need to take a rotational turn in the van, right? And it can't be, once every 6 months, right? So you got to try to plan those rotational days, and it's something that we really recommend. Like on Wednesday, John, you're going to stay back today. I'll get you some work to do, and Mark's going to take the van out just so he stays fresh on the process, right?
Fresh is the key word. Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
So that's the plan B, and that's something that, I know we didn't think about that 4 years ago, but we're thinking about it. We think a lot about it now.
Absolutely.
Because that's really a best practice or a solution that we've learned about, right? So, we've never stopped learning either. So those are things that we're saying, like, why is the van parked? Inevitably, the answer was my guy quit.
Yeah.
Right. So the van.
Who's your backup guy? Well, we're trying to find a guy.
Right.
Or gal. Yeah.
Right. So now you have this, you have this investment. Who knows what the investment is? It could be, $200,000 investment that's going to sit outside because you don't have another guy. So we do coach that into the process now. Right. And really, you can't let that guy just be the backup guy. You got to give him a rotation once in a while to make sure he stays fresh and he can go out and do it.
Absolutely.